This is the Washington Times front page for Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has agreed to support President Trump's plan to end the war in the Gaza Strip. Jeff Murdoch reports Trump and Netanyahu hailed the plan as a major step toward peace in the Palestinian enclave as the second anniversary of Hamas's attack on Israel draws near. Both leaders said Hamas must accept the deal or Israel will have the full backing of the U.S. to eliminate the terrorist group. Under the plan, Israel would immediately begin a phased withdrawal from Gaza and suspend military operations. In exchange, Hamas would release any remaining Israeli hostages within 48 hours. The blueprint also calls for an economic development plan to rebuild Gaza. Congressional Democrats are taking a rare gamble on government shutdown politics, wagering that healthcare is a winning cause with Americans. Lindsay McPherson reports Congress's top two Democratic leaders left a White House meeting with the president, vice president, and Republican leaders, pledging to maintain their blockade of Republican stopgap funding bill to keep the government open through November 21st. Democrats' main request is permanently extending the pandemic expansion of Affordable Care Act subsidies that cap out-of-pocket premium costs for buying health insurance on the public exchanges at 8.5% of household income. The Senate will vote on the House-passed Republican short-term spending bill for the second time on Tuesday, just hours before government funding will lapse. President Trump has revived his threat to impose a 100% tariff on movies made outside the United States. Tom Howell reports Trump threatened in May to place tariffs on foreign-made movies. On Monday, he didn't say when the tariff would take effect, nor did he outline what aspect of a film or film production would be subject to a levy. Trump's proposal combines his nostalgia for Golden Age America, his mission to keep jobs in the United States, and his general disdain for foreign films. The global defense industry is developing directed energy weapons that improve the effectiveness of a soldier's rifle as affordable ways to combat the small attack drones that have revolutionized modern warfare. Ben Wolfgang and Von Cockane report the Russia-Ukraine war and other conflicts have cast a spotlight on the fundamental changes drones have brought to battlefield tactics and the cost-benefit analyses for military planners tasked with countering them. Tactical drones cannot be stopped with large, expensive ground-based missiles, nor is it practical to shoot them down with traditional manned aircraft, especially with drone swarms, which could include dozens or even hundreds of small craft acting in unison. And finally, Iowa has revoked the education license of Ian Roberts, an illegal immigrant who was helming the state's largest school system in Des Moines. Stephen Dinan reports the school board there voted to put him on unpaid leave and said unless he proves his work status, he'll be fired. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested Roberts on Friday, moving to enforce a final deportation order an immigration judge issued last year. Authorities said Roberts, who is from Guyana, fled in his school board-issued vehicle, then abandoned it and ran before being tracked down. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.